Today we will be reviewing the Horage Omnium. This is the second generation Omnium, a long-awaited follow-up to the 2009 release that symbolized Horage's entrance to the watch world, coming prior even to the release of their K1 automatic movement. The Omnium is a three-hand time-only watch with a power reserve indicator. The 40mm diameter case is constructed with 904L steel, a notable upgrade from 316L in both corrosion resistance and polishing ability, with a 47mm lug-to-lug length. The wrist-to-crystal thickness is a manageable 11mm and a water resistance of 3 ATM or 100 feet. Beneath, the display caseback beats the K1 movement at 3.5 Hz with a 65-hour power reserve and performing within COSC specifications at -4 to +6 seconds per day. There is Swiss Superluminova applied at the hands and at each numeral. The watch comes on this calf leather strap, either black or brown, or stainless steel bracelet, also in 904L steel with a butterfly clasp. There will be 25 of these produced in each variant: Gorge Blue Gray, Brushed Swiss Pearl, and this Root Beer. All are priced at 2,500 Swiss francs or $2,600 USD. The most noticeable feature upon first inspection is the facet cut sapphire crystal with 5 layers of anti-reflective coating. While on wrist, the faceted crystal matches the satisfaction of any dive bezel in terms of a fidget toy. I tend to have a hard time wearing any three-hand watch without some sort of tool function because I want to interface with the watch. The ability to roll my wrist and essentially have 5 different watch dials depending on how the light is interacting with the dial is the most fun I have ever had with a watch of this style. It makes you wonder why more brands don't utilize facet cut crystals like this. Likely, it is because manufacturing them is too difficult for most brands to achieve. The 40mm case is a perfect medium for me in my 7¼ inch wrist, but because of the ratio of dial to case diameter, the watch does wear slightly larger than you would imagine at 40mm. All this means for me is more opportunity to show off the dial. The calfskin leather broke in nicely after about 1 day of wear, and it is obvious that the leather would continue to wear in over time, becoming more comfortable as you work this watch into your rotation. One added luxury here is the curved end to the leather strap, making it a great fit up against the case. The one minor concern is that if you do want to put an aftermarket strap on this watch, because of the close proximity of the lug holes to the case, you would likely need a strap with curved ends. As someone with a Rolex or Ming would tell you, this is not a big deal, but does come at the cost of an aftermarket strap being slightly higher. A small complaint I have was that the watch does still feature a phantom date position when operating the crown. For those wondering what that is, the first position you pull the crown out to would normally operate the date wheel beneath the dial. This first position does not manipulate anything within the watch. To change the time, you pull the crown out to the second position. I would like to see that removed if there are further iterations of the Omnium. The good news here is that with a 65-hour power reserve, a power reserve indicator, and accuracy within COSC specs, it is unlikely that you will need to set the time all that often. The last major enjoyment I feel needs to be mentioned is for those out there like me who also enjoy the photography aspect of their new watches. Many times you get a watch that is beautiful but does not capture well. This can be due to the polishing in different places around the case or the shape of the crystal. The Omnium is one of the watches where the watch seems to be aiding you in the photos. The radial brushing around the bezel allows minimal catching of reflections, and the faceted crystal is a photographer's dream to work with. During the short time I was able to spend with the Omnium, I fell in love with the dynamic dial paired with the faceted crystal. The watch alerted me to a need within my collection that I was not aware I had, a semi-dress watch that captivates me as easily as any steel sports watch. Thanks for checking out the review of the Horage Omnium. If you want to see more reviews, check out our channel or head over to watchclicker.com. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe.